And just to keep you safe today, have you any injuries or ailments I need to know about?
Not that I'm aware of.
Yeah.
Not yet.
Hello everyone, it's Alana and welcome back to my channel for yet another video. Now today we're going to be doing something very exciting. A dressage rider will be going to something called a canter camp where I'll be doing one cross-country session and one show jumping session. I've literally not done cross-country in years, so when I tell you I'm excited about this, I'm excited about this. So let's get started. Right then everyone, so we've just got here. It's currently 5 minutes until my lesson, so I've got to tack up so fast, it is untrue. But, you know, we can do this, we've got this. Speedy Gonzalez, let's go. So as I was running late, I had to do a little warm-up on my own, so I took Jensen for a little trot and a canter, and then Amanda had us going over a nice little fence just to see how he was going. I could so tell he was so up for it. He loves this stuff. I mean, look how he flies that. Our first proper jump across country. Then it was time to do our first steps, and we were meant to trot this, but Jensen was just so ready.
I adore him.
Amanda certainly seemed a big fan, and you can see Jensen was just so unfazed, absolutely ready to jump it all. Then it was time to start putting some of those skills together, taking over the jumps, and as you can see, I am not fantastic at seeing strides, but luckily Jensen sorts that out for me. Coming back through here, I had the option to either jump the little log or jump the big roll top, and obviously because I knew Jensen was a dude, we went straight for it. Then Amanda really threw me for a loop, not so much Jensen, when she had us jump the BE90 fence going into the steps. Jensen just flew it. I was honestly grinning from ear to ear. Coming back out again to do this double again, I just have to really make sure that I sit him back in between jumps, because apparently it's meant to be 3 strides. We keep trying for 2. I was a little bit nervous about doing ditches, but I needn't have worried, and Jensen was such a good dude. He was even giving my amazing lesson partners leads over the ditch as well. What a good boy. Then Amanda decided that we were ready for absolutely anything, so we did the ditch and then we did this huge fence afterwards. I was like, wee, going over everything. For the final part of our lesson, we would be moving into the bigger field, and as you can see, me and Jensen got in there in style, and we would be doing some water and some more jumping. Although I must say, even though he's a pro at jumping, we were not fantastic when it comes to breaks. Bye, Lana. Now, playing about in the water is one of my most favourite things to do. Jensen once again was quite happy to walk straight on in there, even though he doesn't like the puddles at home, so clearly this wasn't a man-eating waterhole. Next, we trotted round it in partners, and this was to get the horses used to the splashes coming up to the belly when we would be going through it at a bit more speed. Lastly, we were to jump a final fence, and let me say this was a B100 fence. I am in love with this horse. What a cracker he has been, taking me for my first cross country in years. Okay, so that is the end of session 1. Oh my gosh, what a good boy is this horse. He was absolutely amazing. He bossed every single jump, and even the instructor was like, well, do you want to do the 100, the B100 fence at the end there? And I was like, sure. So he was so good, and she was asking like, oh, why don't you event him, and I had to explain that he wasn't my horse, so that's not my decision, but he is such a good boy. I am so buzzing and ready for the show jumping later. Coming off a right high. Jensen then chilled out next to the Equitrek Apollo, just in his turnout rug to shelter from the rain, bless him. Okay, so just use the Equitrek Apollo as my own personal little changing room, and can we appreciate the show jumping fit from Dark Horse Equestrian? I'm loving it, especially this hoodie. The material is lovely. So yeah, did a cheeky little change for the show jumping pictures, just so the pictures look nice, a little bit different. And now I've got half an hour to go till lunch, so I'm going to mill about, chill out with him, and probably eat some of the food that I already brought with me, because I'll have 2 lunches because I'm fat. I've also brought my boy with me today, but we've put him in there for a lay down because he's had to walk a lot of the cross country course today. Oh, my poor son. Looky, baby. Oh, no, you'll break it. Right then, so we're all tacked back up again, and I'm just about to get on and we'll have our show jumping session. So first off we started with canter pulls, and this was to make sure that we had a really good bouncy canter going into the jump, and before I even knew it, it was time to fly over our first one. Jensen of course thought this was great fun and absolutely flew every single one. Today we'd be working on doing courses and putting it all together, making sure that we've got that good canter, even if Jensen did think that meant speed. Now the bane of my actual life might just be doubles, because I just can't see a stride between them. Sorry, Jensen. Lastly, it was time to do a full course of jumps, trying to make sure that I set that canter up really nicely, let him go around the corners as he wants to, but then also bring him back in front of the fence, but then also try and judge the strides. It was so much more difficult than I thought it would be, yet Jensen loved every minute of it, and I have to say, so did I. I have to say, looking back at this video now, the jumps look absolutely weenie when they felt huge to me on top of Jensen. But honestly, he just made them look so easy, and it was so educational for me to be able to do this. I absolutely loved it. After jumping this fence here, I actually forgot what the next fence I was supposed to go to, but luckily it literally appeared in front of me. Jensen knew the course better than I did. Lastly, we were asked if there were any exercises we'd like to do again, and I of course had to tackle this double just to see if I could get the striding right, and boom, absolutely smashed it. But that wasn't all. Our final jump was one that my mum had been put in charge of putting up, so that of course was huge. Despite what felt to me the absolute sheer size, I could have done this all day. Right everyone, so I have captured Claire Chu from Equitrek. How are you doing today?
Yeah, good. It's been great watching you and Jensen.
Well, we loved having you coming along with us, doing a bit of cross country, bit of show jumping with the lovely Equitrek Apollo. So there's the self-hire, self-drive service, and I know a lot of people will be very interested in that. So why don't you tell us just a little bit about it and what Equitrek can offer people?
Yeah, so we have a range of trailers and horse boxes to suit everyone's transport needs, really. So starting with the Apollo, this is available on long or short-term hire, so if you want it for just the day or a weekend, or if you want it longer term. And also we've recently launched Flexi-Tow as well, which is great because it's a rolling contract.
Oh yeah.
So if at any point you change your mind, you can return it, and that's just £200 plus about a month, so it's a really affordable option as well.
And that's accessible as well.
But if people are wanting a larger horse box, perhaps something with overnight accommodation, we do also have those available as well.
That's amazing, because I've been eyeing up the Endeavour so hard. I'm like, oh, that's going to be so good. I want to do a lorry tour in that one.
Yeah, no, definitely.
But amazing. Thank you so much. I know a lot of my viewers will be quite interested in having a look at that, because there's quite a lot of branches all over the country, so people can get to it.
Yeah, so we have dealerships nationwide. If you don't happen to have one locally, you can also arrange for delivery as well.
Oh, brilliant. So no matter where you are, you could have your own eco-trek. Well, brilliant. Thank you so much, Claire. And we're going to carry on and get Jensen home now.
Brilliant, thank you.
Right then, so Jensen is all home. You can see him just going off into the field for a good snack there, and I imagine he's going to hit the deck and have a good roll in a second too. Yeah, that is all from me today. The cross country and the show jumping was so much fun. I have to say, that last oxer in the show jumping, my heart skipped a beat. That felt massive to me, but it was so much fun, and that little monster right there was such a gem. He was such a good boy, proper looked after me, proper knew what he was doing, and now we just need to work on getting him to listen to me a little bit in the show jumping arena, because he seems to know what he's doing and then get ahead of Steve on, and we end up going a bit fast. But no, really proud of him, really pleased with him, and really happy with us both, because we both had our brave pants on today. Well, I did. He had his "oh, this is fun" pants on. But yes, thank you all everyone for watching. I super hope you enjoyed this video, and I really enjoyed doing it, getting out of the dressage boards. Yeah, if you haven't already, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit that notification bell so you know when the next video is going to be uploaded. And until next time, my lovely lady and gents, it is goodbye.